was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Gywu, 40. Watch the curve, watch the curve. Ole. Check D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Dunn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 45 the mic. Not here. 45.
From the gun, Dunn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Off the play fake. Done. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Come on now. Let's go.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bills.
Set. Hey, Nova. Watch 49. Watch the screen. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Cut. Shoot.
On first down. Done. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
49.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Bills first down.
Slam. Over. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Off play action. Done. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check flag 45. Check flag 45. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Let's go. 45 to Mike. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Echo. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Operating from the gun. Done. Man open. It's Moss complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. From the gun. Done. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Motion backfield.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Yellow. How's the blue lady?
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back to throw. Done. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ready, what? I got this on. Shoot. Let's go.
On third down. Done. And Tate's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Off the play fake. Done. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch. He's coming. We got double up. Check.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yellow. Smoke. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Get the ball. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You must be dreaming. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 39.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Gywu. He's got a man. Complete. Still on his feet. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Done. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Done. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 10. Off the play fake. Done. Steps away to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
On Sunday. Let's go, baby.
Now a give, right side. Copeland trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know. Let him know. Say. Ball try.
2nd and 5. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
61. Matchbox, right.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
I got motion.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check Mike 45. I'm on. 45's the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Check on.
Operating from the gun. Done. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Nifty move. And now running right through it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, 57.
Nice 7, let's go. Under 10. Check 26. Go ahead, baby, go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Line. Let's go, line. 15.
I'm here.
15.
Hey, check.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. This will be taken in at the 1.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be slow. Watch the shot.
Looking to throw. Done. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Done. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I got him.
A final shot before break. Done. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
49's the mic. Yo. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Back to throw. Done. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun. Done. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rip right.
They'll run on 1st down. Copeland, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Copeland. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, defense.
On first down, Copeland. Room to run again. Oh, now he bowls him over. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. You got something right there. Hey, alert 3.
Looking to throw. Done. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike's 59. I'm here all day. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. All day, every day, any day.
Back to the air on second down. Done. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Everyone felt like this game was over. But to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
Oh, how about this? No good. just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Lottie.
Pick up the ball. Motion, motion, motion.
0-15.
They'll try the left side. Copeland. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Copeland. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, blue lady.
50, Mike, 50. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, check Mike.
Now a give, right side. Copeland. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Done. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let this one go deep, and they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Two times.
Hey, 43.
Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run on first down. Copeland. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 15-yard line.
Yellow. Right.
Check.
Attack. Right side.
They'll try the left side. Copeland. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yellow. That's a lot, 80.
58, right there.
15, yellow. Right side.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Copeland, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 49. Mike's 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49.
Back to throw. Done. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, let's get some penalties.
On 4th down. Done. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Copeland. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Copeland. And an alley to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Yellow. There's a line, right?
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
SOS. 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 Check 45 to Mike. Zip this. 45 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 45 and armor. Let's go, D.
Throwing again. Done. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Ready? Mike, 49. Yeah. Ready, go. Mike's 49.
Throwing on first down. Done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive...